so we still fight. You know what I'm saying? I never forget. You know, when Ole Miss took that knee, you know, to milk out the clock going into the second half, Matthew Thomas told the whole front, he said, "When you're done." I never forget that. It's so serious.
Is that something that it's instilled through Jimbo, or is that the mental conditioning stuff, Mondi and Dr. Elko and Trevor?
No, it's just like that's just the program, the standard we got here. You know, we never quit. We just keep fighting.
Marcus, now that you know that teams are going to be using that no huddle and trying to play tempo against you guys, how do you guys try to prepare for that, and how do you try to replicate that in practice?
I wasn't really affected by the tempo. To be honest, I wasn't tired. You know, our fall camp, you know, we actually, you know, practiced that tempo for a week straight. So we was used to, you know, we just got to communicate better.
Mark, you played inside a little bit against Ole Miss.
Third down.
Do you like doing that, and kind of what led to that?
No, it's just, you know, when we get third down, they just move me inside the D tackle. You know what I'm saying? Get the one-on-ones with whoever, you know, I line up on. You know, people do that in the league, you know. They move Justin Houston inside. You know, I just seen Khalil Mack go inside. You know, it's just our defensive coaches just move me around.
Had you done it before, Monday? I don't remember.
Have I?
Yeah.
I did it last year.
Did you?
Pay attention to him.
I'm saying that's a tough guy.
When you see your guy, for instance, while take those type of hits but still complete passes, what goes through your mind on the sideline?
He's a warrior, man. It's just like it's family, so we got to do you know, our end of the part also. You know, you see him making the throw, still taking the hit. Hey, defense, we got to, you know, get him back the ball. That's just our mentality. You know, 3 and out, and give him back the ball.
So being somebody who is delivering hits and taking hits on every play, and I'm not saying this would be DeAndre, but if your quarterback is somebody who might be a little gun shy in those situations and kind of flinches, is that something as a defensive player that you would kind of be upset about?
Nah, I just go over there and just try to build up their confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the younger cornerbacks, they gave up a few passes early. How did you see them settle down? Did you guys say anything to them, or did they just kind of naturally?
Actually, Darwin called them out. You know, Darwin said, "You here for a reason." You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be on this field if we didn't believe in you. They gave him confidence. Came in the second half and they made him play. Started making plays.
We look at the Charleston Southern. I mean, they're their option team, but what stands out specifically? Maybe what makes them different or similar to other teams you face?
They're a pretty good team, man. You know, they were in the playoff run. You know, they got something, you know, to play for. Great O-line, great scheme, great quarterback. You know, they got some pretty good running backs too.
Is it harder to prepare for that option offense coming off a short week?
No, you have to get yourself ready mentally. You got to watch more film than usual. You know what I'm saying? Take a lot of more mental reps and everything.
So when you have those teams, I mean, are you able to go back and look at film like Georgia Tech, or is it just strictly you watch Charleston Southern?
They're different because they do it out of the gun. Georgia Tech under the center, so they're kind of different.
What challenges that present to have a team do it out of the gun?
New challenge. I never faced this type of offense before, so I'm very eager to see, you know, how we play against it.
Do they do a lot of the cut blocks and stuff like the other more traditional triple options do? No. Okay.
When did you guys get back Monday night? 4 a.m.?
Try to check my phone. I got to get home like 5. It was bad.
Did you sleep? I mean, how?
Yeah, I slept and then, you know, stretch and stride. Then yesterday, sleep, 8, slept, 8, slept. Woke up, took a nap, then I slept again. So I slept all day yesterday. Yeah.
Let's go a couple more.
When you look at the beginning of the game, what do you think what it was that had people like kind of, you know, nervous at the beginning of the game? It seemed like
Yeah, it was first game jitters, but we just had to, you know, we had to play Florida State football. That's what we had to do.